Today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make these buffalo chicken wraps. Hey guys, welcome back to Low Carb with Jennifer. These chicken wraps, or buffalo chicken wraps, are so good, so much flavor. They're the perfect lunch. As a matter of fact, it's going to be my lunch today. So first we're going to start with our chicken. And we've got one large chicken breast that we cut in half lengthwise. And now we're going to season the chicken. So we've got a pretty generous amount of seasonings here, so this can be really, really flavorful. We're going to start with a half a teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of oregano, and a quarter of a teaspoon of onion powder. So we're going to stir all of this up. So what do you want for chicken? You want about a pound of chicken cutlets. So this is enough seasoning for a pound of chicken. I don't think this is not a pound of chicken. So I'm not going to use all of this seasoning. So this would be very heavily seasoned. So we're just going to season these generously, both sides. Okay. So now we're going to cook these in a hot skillet. So I've got my skillet on about medium-high heat. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil. I love to use avocado oil to cook meats or sear anything in a hot skillet. Olive oil will oxidize, it will burn, butter will burn. Avocado oil has a much higher smoke point, so I love that. Okay, I'm going to add my chicken to the pan. And these won't take long at all to cook. They're nice and thin. They're going to take probably about 5 minutes per side. But if you really want to be sure they're cooked all the way through, the best kitchen tool to have is an internal meat thermometer. So I will check to make sure these are 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, our chicken is done. So I'm going to pull it off. I cleaned my cutting board. I'm going to pull the chicken off for it to cool, because we're going to want to cut it. Okay, while our chicken is cooling, I'm going to talk about all the components of our buffalo chicken wraps. So we've got our tortilla, of course. These are the types of tortillas I like to use to keep it pretty good keto, low carb. I mean, you can use whatever tortilla you want. These are only 4 net carbs. Yes, they have wheat. I don't have an intolerance to wheat. If you do, you'll probably want to skip these and find something more tolerable. They have, I like these because they're only 45 calories, but they do have wraps made out of cheese, folio wraps, or I think, Trader Joe's has their own brand. And of course, they don't have any gluten. So those are great, but they're about 120, actually, no, they're about 200 calories for a wrap, if I'm not mistaken. So I like these because they're only 45 calories, and I like to keep my calories a little, lower when I'm trying to actively lose weight. So these are great, 4 net carbs. Of course, romaine lettuce for some crunch. We've got Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Sauce, which is virtually no carbs and calories. And then I've got already pre-shredded cheddar cheese. I don't shred my own cheese. I ain't got time for that. And then I've got some light blue cheese dressing. I like to use either Bolthouse Farms, I think that's what it's called, or this Ken's light blue cheese dressing, because this is only 2 carbs, actually 1 carb per serving, 1 net carb per serving of 2 tablespoons, and 80 calories. Traditionally, most dressings are double that, like most blue cheese dressings are double that in calories. So I like to use that just to kind of keep the calories on the lower end. So one of these wraps is only 345 calories with these items. I use 1 serving of cheese, 1 serving of blue cheese dressing, and 1 wrap, and 4 ounces of chicken, and that's 344 calories. So a pretty good, nice, very filling lunch. I love having this for lunch. It's super filling, but it's not a whole lot of calories. It's a lot of protein, which is what I like. We can start cutting our chicken carefully. It's still pretty hot, so I'm gonna hold it with the tongs. But we just wanna cut it in strips. Towel under my cutting board so it doesn't move. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these in strips. And then I've got a bowl here to toss it with the buffalo sauce. This chicken seasoning is so fabulous. Not just for this recipe. Anytime you want to make chicken breast, this is the way to do it. So now we've got 1/4 cup of buffalo sauce that we're going to toss with the chicken. Okay, so now we can build our wraps. I've got some wraps here. I'm going to put about 4 ounces of chicken. I'm just going to eyeball it. 4 ounces of the buffalo chicken onto my wrap. And you know what? I should have put the romaine first, but oh well. So now we can put some romaine. And then a serving of cheese, which is about 1/4 cup. And then 2 tablespoons of the blue cheese dressing will drizzle on top. Ooh, that looks so good. Let's see if we can wrap it up without making a mess. And look at that. Let's try a bite. That is so good. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. The chicken has so much flavor. So another great way to utilize buffalo sauce is to check out my recipe for buffalo chicken meatballs. They're so good. If you're on Facebook, you can just go to jenniferbands.com, search for buffalo chicken meatballs, and they'll come right up. If you're on YouTube, you can just click this box right here and it will take you right to the video where I show you how to make them. So check that out and check this recipe out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.